Hey, it's Michael Zapersky from consultingsuccess.com. Let's talk today about how marketing changes based on the current level of maturity of your consulting business. So the first thing actually that's really important to understand here is that your marketing will change not just based on the maturity of your business, but really on the maturity of the marketing in your business. What I mean by that is you may be in business for 10 years already, but potentially you've received all of your business from network, your own network and referrals and so forth. And so that really means that the maturity of your marketing is almost zero because you haven't done very much in the marketing department. So when I say the maturity of your marketing is based on kind of where you're at in your business, it's not about how old your business is or how many years you've been doing consulting for. It really depends on what stage your marketing is at within your business. So you might be 10 years into your business, or you might be 1 year into your business, or you might just be getting started. But what I'm going to share with you is really framed. I want you to think about it through where are you at right now in the marketing cycle of your business. So let's first look at early stage, right? So if you're in the early stages, which means that you don't have that much business coming your way. You might still be receiving some from your network and connections, but really if you're like very early stage, typically meaning that you're just getting your consulting business off the ground, then you're going to spend a lot more time and should spend a lot more time on outreach. And when I say outreach, what I mean at the early stage is looking at and contacting your network, right? Your connections, and then looking for, ideal clients or looking for referrals. So every person that you meet or that you speak to that is either in your network or part of your connections should either be an ideal client or they should be someone that can refer you to an ideal client. You shouldn't be meeting anyone else in the early days. That's really where you should be focused. The third one here is direct clients. And what I mean by that is that in the early days of your outreach, you should be very focused on getting in front of ideal clients. So this means really going direct, right? This is really about going direct to your ideal clients or to your network or to your connections to either get referrals or ideal clients. That's where most of your time should be spent in the early days. You might say, well, yeah, but I've heard that blogging is very good or doing webinars is very good or whatever else. Like, yes, all those things can be good. The challenge with blogging or with writing articles for other publications is that they can take time. Yes, you should be working on them, but at this stage, you should be spending probably 80% of your time focused on doing outreach. And that remaining 20% can be spent on what I call authority building activities. And authority building activities can be, blogging, can be writing for other publications, can be speaking, right? All these things are good because the reality is when you land a speaking engagement, that puts you in front of a lot of ideal clients, if it's the right kind of engagement, quite quickly. But again, to get to the point where you can actually reach out to a conference or an event, find out when their next one is, apply for it, hear back from it, and then it's months down the line. Like it's still months. In many cases, months before you get in front of that audience. Whereas when you go direct, you can get in front of people like today, tomorrow. So that's much, much more effective than waiting for this. Now, if you're in the mid stage, what you're going to find at the mid stage is that your time should be split roughly around 60% doing outreach and about 40% in doing authority. And another kind of way to think about authority is more like inbound, meaning that you put content, ideas, information out and people come to you. The reason why you want to have this kind of split when you're at the mid stage is because when you're at the mid stage, you're already receiving some consulting clients in business and there's things happening. But it's now about how do you accelerate that and how do you ensure. And if you spend too much of your time only doing authority and inbound at the mid stage, it might mean that your short-term profits and your short-term acquisition of new clients can take a real hit. So you want to be aware of that. And that's why you will still want to be putting a good deal of effort into outreach, but starting to accelerate and increase your authority so that you're building those longer term assets to attract more clients. And when you get to the late, or kind of, we'll call it developed stage, then really what's going to happen is you're going to be doing almost 100% in authority or inbound. Authority, right, or inbound. And the reason for this is very simple. When you get to that late or more developed stage, you're going to already have plenty of business coming your way. People will be reaching out to you. You're going to be getting inquiries. Leads will be coming through your website or through all different kind of speaking engagements that you've been building up through these other stages. And so you don't need to spend as much time going out and sending emails or connecting with people on LinkedIn or doing other methods like that, because you'll already have enough leads and inquiries coming into your business. But if you're at the early stage and you try and do what a developed company should be doing with their marketing, then you're going to face a real uphill battle. It doesn't mean that you can't get there. And so you might say, well, Michael, but I know people that just blogged and were very successful with that. Yes, but in most cases, ask them how long do they really need to blog for before they start getting clients. And it can take some time. I know for us, it took quite a few years of putting in a lot of content before we had enough inbound coming in. And that's why we always needed to balance that by doing direct outreach, building relationships, right? Getting in front of ideal clients, or going out and looking for what we call active referrals, right? Seeking people who can connect you with ideal clients. So this is kind of how the marketing maturity mix should be, or how you should allocate your time and focus as your business goes from early to mid stage, and then from mid stage to kind of late and more developed. It'll shift from outreach to more inbound. Hope that helps. If you have questions, just reach out to us at consultingsuccess.com, and wish you a wonderful day.